Greetings, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory once again, aka the Armchair Philosopher. Excuse me. I just found out about the Troy Davis verdict. He was put to death for the death of a police officer back in 1989. And many are talking about the racial overtones, i.e., this was a black man who they couldn't find any real damning evidence against him, so what they did is they still held him in jail and then they finally executed him. Now, there's a YouTuber vid that I saw, or a YouTuber's vid that I saw. Her name is MonayMonroe. I think I got that name wrong in a previous vid, so forgive me on that one. She calls herself Cherie Monet or MonayMonroe. That's the YouTuber handle, and she's. I always enjoy watching her vids, and instead of her attacking the racial angle of it, she looked at it in a different way, and I'll get to that in a few. Now, my opinion is we as blacks, as far as the justice system, historically have not trusted it. And even though there have been civil rights movements and marches and so forth, we as black people do not trust, or in general terms, as a whole, do not trust the law enforcement system. I did a video called Me and the Police, and I kind of discussed my views on law enforcement officers. She really had a good angle going here, where everyone has been making the comparison between the Casey Anthony verdict and this Troy Davis verdict, and I think it was a shame for the whole thing. I just feel like, wow, a travesty, and I am horrified at the verdict. But Miss Cherie Monet, she asked some very good questions. One of the things she pointed out was that this man's death sentence has been on hold 4 different times, or before they actually did it 3 different times. So what else is out there? What else is happening right now that we don't know about, that is being done, that will somehow affect us very adversely, or shall I just say adversely, in the next couple of years? Right now, throughout the news, there's the economic downturn. There was the Casey Anthony case. There was this Troy David thing. Now, she postulates that this may be trying to get people to start a race war. Many blacks may feel outraged and want to go out and retaliate. And she's saying, don't go to Georgia to show your solidarity, because basically this is just a red herring. This is sort of I'll give you a happy meal, but I won't give you the 7-course dinner that you would have gotten had you not been thrown off by the happy meal. And I just think that we are beset with a lot of issues that are really non-issues, but because it pushes our emotional hot buttons, we scream and shout about it, while the stuff that really matters um, is hidden from us, or it's being done out in the open where we are not looking. I was reading the sci-fi novel Dune, and he talked about how even in diplomacy, as well as one of the characters of Dune, I should say, talked about how even in diplomacy as well as on the battlefield, that sometimes you had to use moves that were like a feint within a feint within a feint. And that's FEINT. And what a feint is, most people know what a feint is. In a fight where you'll trick the person, make them think that, oh yeah, I'm about to hit you here, but then bam, I come around with this. And that's kind of what's going on right now, is that there's stuff going on around the world and in our own country that we may not fully know, we don't know about, because this other stuff is being propped right in front of us. I would recommend go check those tiny little headlines that nobody really pays attention to. Go read those publications that aren't on the mainstream. Don't just read the mainstream news. Get alternative news sources. And now with the advent of the internet, you can get this information. So again, just as in the previous video, I salute you for your love of Asian pop culture and not being afraid to have that. I salute you in this video right here. I'm Sheree Monet. You just really hit the nail on the head. Um, there's so much stuff going on that we don't know about. And I liked how you talked about how I think people need to write their congressmen and their aldermen and their city councilmen and councilwoman and they need to write the mayor and they need to petition. They need to petition and do these things because we're a public that longs for our bread and circuses. There was a Greek philosopher named Juvenal, and he said, a Roman philosopher, I'm not sure. He comes from that Greco-Roman culture, and one of the things he said was, we forgot our civic duties, and we long for our bread and circuses. And that there's a term, panem et circensa, and that just means, feed the people and entertain them, and that's all they care about. So, just as we can talk about this Troy Davis verdict, that travesty, I think a travesty for what goes on. If they didn't find any evidence connecting this man, but then they just kept him in jail waiting and waiting, and finally to make him an example, let's end his life. And while Casey Anthony, the mother who wants to party, gets off scot-free. I felt this way in 1994, 1995 when the whole OJ trial was going on. They gave TV time to this. They reported this. The way they were talking about O.J. Simpson was like he was the next Adolf Hitler when he was just a man accused of murder. Now, don't get me wrong, murder's still bad, but the way they made it sound like if O.J. got free, the whole world apocalypse would have happened. So, Green River. But anyway, I find that people are foolish. And I speak as a whole, and I speak about myself as well as other people. We just want what's comfortable. We don't like a lot of controversy in our lives. And we're just trying to do just enough to get by. Just enough to not bother anybody. Just enough to not, quote unquote, piss anyone off. And I think our apathy is going to hurt us in the long run. May even cost us our lives. So, man, I enjoy your vids. Thank you so much for putting this out here. I like your perspective on this. And I like the fact that you didn't just go for the obvious, hey, black, white thing. Yes, I still feel that race and color and ethnicity are still judged in this country. And as much as people try to say that we are a colorblind society, we're not. And I will tell you that to the heart. But you're right. This is the non-issue. This is the red herring. This is the glamour. This is the scenery. This isn't what's the real stuff they're hiding. Where's the real story? Not just the lollipop and the carnival ride, because that's what we're basically getting. This is a carnival ride and a circus, and that's what we're subjected to. Well, this is all I really have right now. I mean, if I have any more, I will provide further responses and commentary. But thank you again for putting out this vid. Take care.